All right. The first thing that I want to talk about is the map. Okay. This is actually going to be the second thing you're going to work on, but we're going to start by talking about the map. Okay. First of all, write your name up here in the corner, first and last name. What? Anyone? And the period that you're in. So, Natalie Smith, second period. Write it at the top. Okay. Next, do you have your pencil out? All right. Where it says label the following colonies, could you put a number 1 right by that? Because that is your first step. Don't start yet, please, because you don't know exactly what you're doing. Label the following colonies. That is step 1. Now, circle the word label the following colonies. They aren't states yet. And then circle the word pencil. You're going to label the colonies in pencil. Do not write yet. So that is step 1, labeling them in pencil. Do your very best to write the colonies on the colonies themselves. If, for example, Rhode Island, you can't fit that in that little land area, you can just use a line and label it out into the Atlantic Ocean. Okay? Where it says then color, put a 2 in front of that. That is the second step. Then color, put a 2 there. Circle the word color, the states by colonies in colored pencils, circled colored pencils. Okay, so color in colored pencils. Now, you're going to use some maps out of the book to help you with this. Does everybody see where it says you're going to color New England in purple? Does everybody see that? Behind that, write page 67. Write page 67. And that's the page that's in front of you right now. You're going to use that map to help you with the New England colonies. Okay, turn in your book to page 71. Turn in your book to page 71. Behind where it says middle colonies in red, write page 71. Page 71. Everybody got that? Okay, where it says southern colonies in green, write page 76. Page 76. That map will help you with that. What do you think you're going to put by the word lastly? 3. You guys are geniuses. Write a number 3 there, okay? And then circle, go over in pencil with a blue or black ink pen. Circle ink pen. Black will probably work better, but then you're going to go over once you have it just the way you want. You'll go over in black ink pen. If you have a fine tip Sharpie or fine tip Flair pen, that might also work. All right? Is there any questions about the map? Okay. Flip it over because that's the second thing you're going to work with. Flip it over. Just push it to the front of your desk for now. Okay. Now, this is going to freak some of you out because our next activity is going to be on a piece of paper.
What's that?
So grab out a lined piece of paper on your mark. Get set, go. Lined piece of paper. Lined piece of paper. If you don't have one, you could borrow from a friend. Lined piece of paper. Okay. Lined piece of paper. And then turn in your books to page 79. Page 79. All right. What is the title on page 79? Chapter 3 assessment. Okay. So this is going to be one of the ways that you show me about what we've learned in chapter 3. This is the only time in first semester that we will use this book assessment. Okay. So you've done your colonial presentation. You're going to do this and your colonial map. And those things are going to be kind of a representation of what we've learned in this class period or in this section. The first thing that I want you to do is at the top of your paper, write your name, second period. Okay, write your name and second period. In 7th grade the other day, I did something similar and I wrote my name at the top. I had 2 7th graders that wrote my name on their paper. Okay, this is just an example. You're going to write your name on your paper and then write chapter 3 assessment. Okay, write your name, second period, 5th period, whatever, and then chapter 3 assessment. Everybody take a look at page 79. Do you see there that you have 6 multiple choice questions on that page? Okay. Now, you're going to do this on your own. Okay. We're going to build a wall between you and your partners in just a little bit. However, you may use your book to answer these questions. And I really encourage you to use your book to check. You're probably going to have a gut instinct of what the right answer is, but I would go in and check those things. Turn the page to page 80. Turn the page to page 80. Point to the map at top of page 80. Point to the map at the top of page 80. You are going to use that map to answer questions 7 and 8. You don't need to know 7 and 8 out of your head. You won't find it in the book. You're going to use the map to answer that. Give me a thumbs up if you understand that you're using the map. Okay? Then point to that primary document, William Bradford's excerpt there. Point to that. Okay, primary source, William Bradford's excerpt. You're going to read that and answer questions 9 and 10. Okay, those are short responses. 2-3 sentences will be great for those. Okay, everybody understand that? Again, doesn't come out of your head necessarily or out of the book. It's your thoughts because of what you read in that excerpt. Everybody understand that one? Give me a thumbs up on 9 and 10. Good. I love the reaction on this one. Could everybody read question 11 in their head? Question 11. What is everyone freaking out about right now? 1-page paper. That old lady wouldn't make us write 1-page paper on the role of religion in the colonies, would she? No. All right. We're going to make it a 1-paragraph response. Okay? 1-paragraph response. So right now you can be saying what?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Okay? All right. So here we go. Let's think about this. What role did religion play in the establishment of the colonies? Okay? Here, I want you to think about this. There's a very general way that you can answer that. Okay? I would also like you to think about the colonies that you presented on. Is there a specific example of how religion played a role in the colony that you presented on? Or can you remember from somebody else's colony presentation of the way that religion played a role in that? So it's good to answer generally how religion, but giving a specific example would be awesome. Okay? 4 to 5 sentences on that one. Okay? Can you give me a thumbs up if you understand what you have to do with that? All right, keep your pencil down. Then, after number 11, you're going to write a line across. That is the end of your assessment. Okay? I need to take a peek into your colonial group work also, though. So after that, I'd like you just to do a little section where you're going to evaluate your group. Okay? The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to give yourself a score out of 5. Okay? How did I do with research? How did I do with staying on task? How did I do with encouraging my family? Okay? So if you felt like I gave it my all, I did my part, I encouraged, you can give yourself a 5 out of 5. Okay? Then, number 2, you're going to evaluate each one of your group members. If you give Natalie a 4 out of 5, you don't have to tell me that she was picking her nose the whole time. You don't have to tell me that, okay? You can just give a 4 out of 5, okay? But I'd like to kind of know what you guys were thinking about how your group worked together. Everybody understand that part of it? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Great. The last thing that you're going to do, remember I told you that you were the teacher, okay, of this unit. Teachers write tests when the unit is over. It's the fun part of being a teacher. No, it's a very hard part about being a teacher, okay? What do you want to test your kids on? What's the most important thing? So, about your colonies, okay? Dawson, what colony did you give your presentation on?
Virginia and Maryland.
Okay, so he's going to think about Virginia and Maryland, and he's going to think about what are the two most important things I want my students to remember about Virginia and Maryland. Maybe one on Virginia and one on Maryland. You're going to write 2 test questions. You do not need to answer them. Okay, you're just going to write 2 test questions. Remember what our learning target was? I can explain the who, what, where, when, why of my original colony. That learning target can help shape the questions that you write. Okay, any questions on this? Okay, so here's how this is going to work. Okay, chapter 3 assessment, you're going to work on that. Do your very best. Think well, write well. Colonial presentation evaluation on that same paper. When you're done, flip it over, push it to the front of your desk. The teacher will collect it at the end of the period. Okay, time left, be working on your colonial map. Okay. Before we get started on this, I'm going to have you get all of your supplies out for your colonial map so it's not mass chaos. So at this point, get out your pencil, your red, your purple, your green colored pencil, and your blue or black ink pen. Get that all ready. If you have to go to your locker to get any of that supply, you may do that. Please raise your hand with any questions. Do your best.